whatever. She goes, he takes her back, and she realizes that she is in love with both Tarzan and Harry, which I don't like it. Especially with the scene before, with the few scenes before. Mm-mm. Uh, she cries as Tarzan leaves them, and my thoughts is that Harry is not a fan of Tarzan. Like, he's taking his woman away. So he's taking Jane away from Tarzan, in my opinion. The next scene is that the safari gets captured of a tribe of little people. And Jane warns Cheetah, which this is the first time we see Cheetah, or one of the first times we get mentioned Cheetah. And she tells them to get Tarzan. Like, I wish we got a proper introduction to Cheetah. Yeah, that's what the one of the scenes could have replaced, was like a little introduction to Cheetah. But no, this is the first time we hear about Cheetah, and we got like 30 minutes left of the film. It's like already 30 minutes. Dang. I'm still recording, and we still got a bit of time. And yeah, she warns him to get China or Tarzan. Um, they they were wrong back then, because to those people, because they did not just find a tribe of little people. They basically, I'm gonna lightly describe what is going on, and you guys will understand. They found a tribe, or a, why do I keep saying tribe? Just making it worse. They found this group of little people, which aren't, which did blackface. I'm not joking. They did blackface in this movie. Not a fan of it. Not a fan. And it's not okay, guys. And, mm-mm. And it took me a moment to realize that. Like, is that blackface? So I was looking it up, and yes. Yes, it's not good. It's not good, guys. Not good at all. So, yeah. The next scene, Cheetah. Cheetah runs from lions and stuff, and or runs from few creatures. She Cheetah finds Tarzan and tells him that Jane is in trouble. Cheetah goes towards elephants and tells them to follow Tarzan. Tarzan gets chased by crocodiles and calls a hippo to save him, and runs on. And my thoughts about that is, I understand why Cheetah is one of the fan favorites, because from what I was hearing, Cheetah is gonna appear a lot more later on. Like, she's gonna be the, like, comedic character, which this early film, she just kind of gets a minor. She just gets that one scene of her telling Tarzan. In my opinion, I don't know if Cheetah's male or female, so apologies to that. The safaris, the next scene of the safari soon goes into the tribe's village, and soon encounters a pit with a gorilla in it. Now, we don't know who this gorilla is. There's no lore about this tribe at all, or barely anything, and I was already not feeling it as is. So yeah, all of the tribesmen, which the tribesman from the safari gets killed by this gorilla, and Tarzan comes and just in time saves Jane, Harry, and Jane's father. And the Battle of the Gorilla was shown in bloody detail, which that was a violent, super violent fight, and like I felt some of the, I just kind of cringed at it, especially like, wow, they really show that in this movie. Um, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere on YouTube, or you guys can find it in the movie, but it's like in the last 10 minutes of the movie. And you guys will see what I'm talking about. But if you guys don't like seeing all that, I'm just gonna warn you, it does show some violence in um, and one of the, and then we're gonna continue. The elephant attacks the tribe. Yeah, the evil tribe, and the elephant gets injured as they leave the village. My thoughts was that there was no motivation of what the tribe does in this movie. They're just evil because of the sake of evil, or trying to, like, get people attacked by a gorilla. We don't know. And I was like, man, this movie is violent, because it is. There is a lot of death in this movie. Scene, the next scene, which we are almost done, and we are like, this video is gonna be 40 minutes. It's gonna be crazy. Tarzan and the others soon go to the elephant graveyard as Jane's dad, from his injuries, because he got hurt from the scene before by the gorilla, because yeah, everybody was almost killed by the gorilla, though Jane's father, he unfortunately dies at the elephant graveyard, because they finally found it. After this long freaking safari, I would have been done, in my opinion. Uh, and he dies from his injuries, and finally sees the elephant graveyard. It's Jane says an emotional goodbye to him. My thoughts was, what a way to end a character, because yeah, this was her dad, so he didn't really have much of a character, in my opinion. He was just there. He was just there. Um, but I thought his character was alright. He was a neutral character, in my opinion. And the last scene, yes, we're finally at the last scene. Jane decides to stay in the jungle with Tarzan, and Harry says he'll be back for another day. So, yeah. And finally my thoughts about this was, I can see why they hinted at a sequel, because literally this ending scene, she's like, you're gonna be back and we're gonna help you out. And I don't think it's gonna be that simple. I think Harry is gonna try again to get Jane, because the next movie after this is Tarzan and his mate. Even though that's not the next Tarzan film we're gonna see, it's gonna be a different Tarzan. But for this one, he said he'll be back, so I just hope they do him better. And we're gonna go with ratings, since I got some minutes. So my rating was from the story, which is like the most important thing of the film, is the story. And I give it a 4 out of 5, because there are some the pacing is a bit rough, but the story is pretty good, in my opinion. I love the little character interaction with Jane and Tarzan. So I give it a 4 out of 5. Music and setting, which is the music and like the backgrounds and stuff, a 5 out of 5, because I have no complaints about the music. In my opinion, it gives very, very wild and natural, and they're mostly in the jungle, so there isn't really. It's a jungle setting, so yeah, the characters are 4 out of 5 in my opinion. There's only a few characters that I don't do well with, is Harry and the tribes, and that's like 3/4 out of the characters. Jane really developed, and her dad was alright. The outfits, yes, I'm gonna rank outfits, which is a 3 out of 5. Most of the time, Jane has that one dress at the beginning, and then she changes into her safari outfit, and I don't know exactly how well the tribesmen outfits are doing, but her explorer outfit was pretty cute, and the other characters literally was wearing the same outfit. So yeah, the men do not have any outfit changes. The heroes, I get a 5 out of 5 because Tarzan, I believe, even though he only appeared through the second half of the film, he was pretty alright. And then the villains, 1 out of 5, because if I would have gave him a 0 out of 5, Harry, the only reason why it's barely even a 1 is because Harry had a bit of an interesting character. He gave a little bit of his backstory, but not much to go out of. And then for the rest of the film, he was just being a jerk. So, yeah. And which gives an overall rating of 3.6. Yes, this video is already long as is. I'm probably gonna have to speed it up or something because it's a pretty long video. But yeah, that I the film, like, um I pretty much would have gave the film even a 3.5. So we gave like a little point up. So yeah, that's gonna be my thoughts about Tarzan and the Apes. I hope you guys enjoyed this long freaking review. And if you guys have any comments, please let me know. I will be back in in another video, which will be Tarzan and or Tarzan the Fearless, which will be up later sometime today. So guys, please watch that video, because I will have already wrote notes down, already brought it down, recorded, and all stuff like that. So I will see you guys next time with Tarzan the Fearless. Bye, guys.